Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The Hurricane Watcher is here with a quick update on the tropics. Today is Wednesday, December 7th, 2022. So, we're going to be talking about Tropical Storm at 96B. It has actually been upgraded with the name Mandous. It's been named Mandous by the IMD, the Indian Meteorological Department, so that is the name that we will be using. MANDOUS, Mandous. Tropical Cyclone Mandous. So here's the latest satellite imagery. You can see there is a good amount of deep thunderstorm convection near the center. You can see there's some shear blowing it away from the center, but nevertheless we're still getting deep thunderstorm activity. You can look at the graph here. We're getting negative 70 to negative 90 degrees centigrade cloud tops. Very, very cold temperatures, meaning there's lots of deep thunderstorm activity in the vertical column of the atmosphere, and those cloud tops are high and they're very, very cold. So our primary hazards with this storm is going to be the flash flooding. It's a very broad system. There's going to be heavy rainfall that is going to occur over a large area of southeastern India and Sri Lanka, with high rain rates leading to flash flooding in susceptible areas. General flooding hazards will also remain a factor through this weekend. So the Joint Typhoon Warning Center is still giving it a tropical cyclone formation alert. They have not upgraded it and have not recognized it as a tropical storm at this moment. We will continue to wait and watch and see what the Joint Typhoon Warning Center says in the future. So this is from the Indian Meteorological Department. This is still old. I haven't updated it yet. This is what they're showing. It's generally the same thing. It's going to continue moving northwest. You can see Tamil Nadu right here in this state, and is expected to make landfall in this state right here. Regardless of really how strong the winds are, the biggest threat is going to continue to still be the possibility and the more development of heavy rainfall and lots of flash flooding across the entire area of southern India. This is their official forecast cone again. Not super duper strong, anywhere from 60 to 90 kilometer an hour winds. So we're not expecting anything to we're not really expecting very strong winds with this system. The biggest threat is going to be heavy rainfall, flooding, landslides are also going to be possible. The American model does show it intensifying some more and then weakening as this year continues to intensify. Again, lots of heavy rainfall here, really right along the coast. Even when you go inland, we're still seeing at least 100, 150 millimeters of rain as you go farther inland. European model not showing as much. A lot of the areas, most areas, maybe up farther up north, we're seeing between 75 and 100. But it really looks like a majority of the rain, really is right on the coast. And the southern portions of India here too, could see between 75 and 100 millimeters of rain. Weather model guidance, again, showing this is going to be moving northwest and making landfall here. But winds are not going to be a big, they're not expecting winds to be a big problem at all. Again, as you can see, 30, 34 knots max. So, 35, 40, 45 miles per hour. Again, heavy rainfall you can see here. Isolated areas could be seeing up to 500 to 500 millimeters. Some areas very isolated could see as much as 1,000 millimeters of rain, and that's also going to be something we're going to closely monitor and watch. We will be doing a live coverage of this when it does make landfall in India. So these are what the weather warnings are. I can actually zoom in here. So as you can see here, we do have weather warnings all along the south and southeast right here, and that's what we're watching right now. Really heavy rains are going to be a problem. Tropical storm warnings, so tropical storm conditions are expected. However, it's just really going to depend really how much moisture this brings in with it. The wind is not going to be really an issue. The storm surge really isn't going to be an issue, maybe along the immediate coastline. we could have some storm surge, but 35, 40 knots, 40 to 45 mile per hour winds. Really, a storm surge is not going to be very significant at all. Moving on to Invest 92W. Here we go. As you can see, here's the latest satellite imagery. Still very, very disorganized. You still see some clusters of deep convection around the system here. Again, heavy rain is also going to be a big threat with this system. Due to the storm's broad nature, heavy rainfall may occur over a very large area of the Philippines. More details will become in the coming days in terms of just how much rainfall will end up being recorded from the storm. So again, the European model really doesn't show this intensifying, maybe 35, 40 knots, 30 to 40 knots maybe. Shows it very, very weak. Doesn't show this becoming anything very significant. Again, heavy rain there, a couple hundred millimeters there, right here in the northeastern portion of the Philippines, and then it veers off to the north and to the east because of the jet stream. So again, hey, I do not trust the clickbait simulated satellite imagery. This is the 6-year run. Probably the GFS. That would be my guess. Something I'm not going to trust right now. This doesn't even have a name yet. It's just an area of investigation. But we'll closely monitor it right now. Maximum reasonable intensity, tropical depression, weak tropical storm. Typhoon threat, I don't really think is going to be a great possibility for that. Heavy rainfall is going to be the biggest threat in my opinion. And definitely watch the storm closely as the storm continues to progress. I do want to talk a little bit about Invest 99L. This is what we got here. You can see still a broad area of rotation here. Nothing really close and tight. The convection isn't very deep at all. However, there are dangerous seas as a tropical cyclone. The system is not expected to impact any land, fortunately. However, the wave heights of 4 to 6 meters are possible, so shipping hazards need to watch out for that threat. The European model, so it is now making its way northeast. It is expected to become extratropical. However, we could be looking at here in the Azores with heavy rain and gusty wind. So we're going to be closely monitoring that as it bypasses that as an extratropical cyclone. So the European model, this is wave heights 4 to 6 meters. So that is some really high waves. As this continues making its way northeast, it makes its way towards the Azores, it will definitely be seeing some big waves. They're already starting to see some of those larger waves already. Support us. As cheap as just $1 a month is all it is over there on Patreon. Subscribe, like our videos, and share our videos to all your friends and family. This has been the Hurricane Watch Team, your source of cyclone information. Thank you guys for watching. As always, stay safe and peace out.